Good morning everybody, welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great and welcome to this new video right here on XRP. We're going to do a full update on XRP right here. Now, to be fair, if we're just taking a look at the technicals right here and at the chart, and the price for XRP right now is still at that same area as it was on Tuesday. So in that sense, technically not much has changed, which is both a blessing and a curse, and that's also, as most of you know, very much how XRP has been trading in the last months, right? I mean, XRP is very much just a source of stability in these markets, and yes, we do have some downturns here and there, but that's ultimately nothing major compared to other altcoins. So yeah, relatively stable. The markets in general around XRP right now are quite good. Bitcoin looks ready to move up higher, and Bitcoin has been moving higher in the last 2 days, of course. And XRP has been compressing right here on top of the point of control, right? I mean, XRP, the main structure here, I would say not on the short term, but kind of on the medium midterm for XRP is this value area right here between 2.27 and 2.11 right now. It has shifted upwards a little bit, and the point of control, the most important level in the middle, is 2.17, and the fact that we broke above that with quite a lot of volume, and the fact that we're now holding that with decreasing volume, but that doesn't really matter. And not only holding that, but also the 30-day, 90-day rolling VWAP in combination with what I expect from Bitcoin, which is, you know, quite strong, is maybe a big word. But it's at least still grinding up, and I don't really see any reason short term why to suspect that that's not going to continue. XRP BTC is entering a strong support level, so that's also some sort of an early indication that we can expect some performance for XRP when Bitcoin keeps performing, or some stability for XRP if Bitcoin starts to pull back. So that's a good sign as well. XRP BTC, as you can see, on the higher time frames, has been evening out a little bit here. So basically all the signs right now, both technically and to a certain extent fundamentally, because there's some other fundamentals I still wanted to speak about for Ripple a little bit later in this video, but everything is pointing towards a move into the top of the range right here at 2.26, 2.28. So I think that's most likely. Now, would I buy this and would I trade this? No. All right. I don't think a trade right now with a major imbalance to the downside. And we have some economic data also coming out with GDP data or GDP statistics that can push the price down if we have a certain reading. I just don't think it's worth the risk reward, but I do think it's most likely that we will get a move like that. And then, you know, when we hit that level of 2.28, 2.26, do I think we can break out? No. All right. Even though XRP is looking stronger rather than we or strong rather than weak here with the technicals, the fundamentals for XRP are not necessarily something to write home about. I mean, if you take a look at the TVL right here, it's been relatively stable. Basically the same for the majority of the time in the last 9 months, and after that, or at least in the last 2 months, it hasn't really been developing like we wanted to develop, which is very different from something like Stellar, which has actually been growing. And then if you take a look at some other data, such as the revenue, well, this is market cap and price, but let's say revenue. You know, the XRP ledger, which is obviously not necessarily the main product of Ripple, but it's not really fundamentally strong right here, or at least it's not suggesting that XRP is going to have a big move up. And other fundamentals also are not providing that much momentum. So there's definitely signs of strength here technically, but are there signs to get a major rally back up to 2.4 and 2.6? In my opinion, no. All right, so short term, do I expect bullish momentum? Yes. Keep your eyes on the news though. If we get some bad news, we're most likely going to fill this imbalance down here. That's also the key reason why I think longing XRP right now is not worth the risk. At least it could work out, but it's not worth the risk. And then from there, I expect us to pull back, and I still also do think that after fighting resistance here, we will fill that imbalance to the downside. Either way, whether it's with news or not. And then from there, I do think we'll pull back up, but that is ultimately something we'll talk about a little bit later. So that's it for now. I think that's what you need to know. So hopefully that helps. But that's everything. So thank you for watching. Take care and bye.